what is a dream, right? To be in the dream time is to be in that, and to dream, right? To sleep and to dream, perchance to dream, is to enter an in-between state where you are in your body and here and present, but at the same time, your spirit is roaming, right? The conscious mind has relinquished its grip on you. And in fact, our ancestors in Western culture had sacred temples that were devoted to dreaming. It was considered a sacred state. It's a liminal state between the worlds. We're in this one and the other. We're embodied, but we're free to travel in other dimensions of reality, in realms of spirit, if you like. And we move outside the limits of time and space. So frequently people have dreams that then come true. They're able to see what the future holds. Yeah? It's truly a magical state of consciousness. And it's profoundly holy. And it's something that everybody does naturally. One of the things I just adore about it. Of course, right, with Freud, we started to get the idea of the unconscious and dreams arising from the unconscious and people working through the stresses of the day or, problems and that sort of thing, all of which is true. But there is a deeper value and a deeper meaning. And in this altered state where the conscious mind has surrendered its control, spirit is able to visit with us and to provide us with answers, with challenges, with messages, with guidance, with healing, with the things that we truly need. And also our ancestors and our loved ones return. One of the things that you most often hear from sort of your average person is, oh yes, I'm not very psychic and I don't know what I believe in. But my grandmother came to me when I was sleeping, and then, it was like I was awake in the dream, and she told me she loved me. And when I woke up, the phone rang and my grandmother had died. It's one of the most common stories you hear, especially from people who, don't consider themselves particularly spiritual. One of the most powerful dreams I ever had was months after my mother had died. I was on the road because my first book Book of Shadows had just come out. And I was missing her terribly. And I wanted to feel her presence. And she came to me one night in a dream while I was on the road. And she hugged me exactly as she would in her very formal sort of way. And she stepped back and she said, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm proud of you. Just do what you're doing. Just do it. Go. Live. And then she was gone. And I woke up out of the dream, and I was really grateful. I was deeply grateful. So one of the things, there's a lot of talk about, sort of conscious dreaming and controlling your dreams and things of that sort. I'm not a big advocate of that. Okay, if it works for you. To me, I'm a great believer in allowing our dreams rather than trying to control or manipulate them. Because whatever we attempt is usually, paltry in comparison to what is possible. And part of the point of dreams, right? I have a dream, is to show us what is possible beyond the limits of our simple expectations or our fears. And so the best dream state happens when you're sleeping, when you're not in conscious control, right? It's a state of receptivity, and receptivity is not passivity, right? It's very active, actually. And in that state, big dreams, what I call big dreams, come to us, the things that portend our future and offer us a vision of what's to come, and often reveal our soul's purpose. And so I encourage you just to pay attention. There are patterns or symbols, signs, messages that come in dreams. They may not make sense. It may take years before they manifest. So it's important, it's useful, it's helpful to keep a dream journal. And to help, You don't say, and I was sleeping and then I was walking down the road and a big white dog appeared. By the time you get to that point, the dream will have evaporated, right? So before you get out of bed, you open the book while you're still in that in-between space and you write road, white dog, what, right? Poppy field, just the key words. You can flesh it out and tell the story of it later. But what you want to do is get those essential, critical, shining elements of the dream. And you need to be patient with your dreams because, I mean, I've had dreams that took 10 years before they came into manifestation. And when they did, my mind was just completely blown, and I had to go back. And I remembered because there's a texture and a quality to those kinds of dreams. You recognize when you have them. You very often, not always, but very often. And when I went back to my dream journal and found it, and I had to really paw through it because I couldn't even remember when it was, just many, many, many years before, what I found was even more amazing. The details of the dream that I had forgotten were even more profound when they manifested. So attend to your dreams. Magic moves from the dream world into the waking world. We're used to thinking of dreams as being the way that we work through the events of the waking world, and they can be, but the events of the dreams that we have move into the waking world. So I encourage you to dream and enrich your daily life.